Hello everyone. Um, Today is cycle day 16. This is my third cycle of Clomid, and I've been taking the internet cheapy ovulation strips, the tests. I get mine off Amazon UK. Big pack of 30 for £5 or £6. Um, and over the weekend, today's Monday, sorry, in case anyone's not checking the date. I started to get a line. I literally, the rest of the month, have nothing. I know some people have a very faint line all the time. You're meant to have LH in your body all the time. But unless I'm ovulating, I literally have a complete blank, no second line at all. And over the weekend, I could see the line starting to appear. And I always think I'm imagining it. I always get my poor husband to look at the strip like he really wants to look at that. But I went to check, and yesterday there was a definite line, it was starting to get darker. And well, what time is it now? It's now 11:45. I took another OPK about 11:30, and it was very definite, positive. We've been baby dancing, so we baby danced last night and the night before, just because I knew the line was starting to come up. And then before that, so that was Sunday, Saturday, and then last Wednesday, I think. And obviously now I've had this positive. If I can manage it, because I've got my Zumba class this evening. We should hopefully baby dance after that. I've now run out of OPKs as usual, because I take so many, because it takes me so long to ovulate normally. Last month I didn't get a proper positive until day 24, so this month it's an improvement. I mean, today I would count as the proper positive, and today is 16, so I'm quite pleased about that. Because either way, I mean, if I don't conceive this month, means I might not have a ridiculously long cycle. So I do tend to start my next cycle, have my AF about 14 days after I get the positive OPK. It's about the only thing that's regular about my cycle these days. So obviously I'm hoping I won't start another cycle. Me and hubby have talked about the fact I've struggled so badly, increasingly over the 3 months that I've been on Clomid, but this month, symptom-wise, has been really, really rough. So I was sort of considering not taking it next month, just giving my body a month's break and seeing how it goes, and then carrying it on. I'm not due to see the fertility specialist again until towards the end of June. Unless, of course, they change my appointment again, which I think they probably will, because that's what they do. So I've got time to sort of take them. I finish the 6-month course before I see him anyway. Obviously, ideally, like hubby keeps saying, he just want me to ever have to take them, so he's really hoping this month will be the month. But who knows? It'll be the first month we've been able to try properly since I've been on the Clomid, because the last couple of months before that, I don't know if you listened to any of my other vlogs on here, but hubby's been quite ill, and we've had a lot of stress and a lot of worry over that, so we haven't had the chance to follow it as strictly, as we would like to, or as we had been before I even went on the Clomid. But hopefully this month things are starting to settle down. We've still got various appointments for hubby, because we don't really know conclusively what's caused the blood clots. The pancreatitis he had that caused the blood clots, the pancreatitis, and all the blood clots all seem to be connected. There is in his family, his brother was diagnosed a couple of years ago, nearly, with, I'll probably pronouncing this wrong, it's a blood disorder, it's a genetic blood disorder, alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, which can cause numerous problems, blood clots being one of them, and the weird allergies and all the other things he's had all seem to be connected to this. So we're waiting on them doing the test for this. The problem we've had is he was in the hospital under the NHS when he was ill. He was in for 11 days, and during that time, every time we spoke to a doctor, I raised this alpha question mark, because they literally had no idea. They couldn't figure out what could be the cause of trying to hide my sweets, of his condition. And then eventually, they started saying, oh yes, well, it could well be that we need to test. Rushed around like lunatics, taking blood, putting him through all stress of that, taking blood for that test, because he had a doctor that couldn't take blood. and stressed him out completely and left him waiting 8 hours for someone else to come and do it. And obviously we came out of hospital, still waiting on the results. We chased up the consultant and went and saw him, and were told, oh no, that test would be irrelevant because they can't test for that condition while you've got pancreatitis, while you have pancreatitis, because it releases whatever into the blood that interferes with everything else. And I did try saying, well, that doesn't make any sense because you were the consultant in charge and you ordered the test, knowing that he was on, he was on all these medications for the pancreatitis. And they didn't order the test until after that because the pancreatitis was found the same day they found the blood clots on the CT scan. So it doesn't make sense. I personally don't actually believe it. I think what's probably happened, as happens a lot, is someone may have misplaced those test results, and it's easier to say, oh, the test is inaccurate, it's invalid, than to say, oh, actually, we had an idiot in charge. So again, when we followed that up, and my husband had a camera put down and blah blah blah, we had to go back for the results of that. Again, we talked about the alpha one, because actually when we walked in and the consultant had the photos from the camera down the throat that my husband had, first thing he said was this problem, because they found a problem with the veins on the stomach. He's got varices on his stomach, and I'm really going off the topic here. I'm really sorry for anyone who's not interested in anything other than the TTC. From those, he said, oh, well, that's probably caused by his alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency. And we were like, well, does that mean he's got it then? Is it confirmed? And he said, oh, no, but it's pretty likely, isn't it? But, well, that'd be why we're wanting tests done. He then said, obviously, he has to see the haematologist for all the, because it's all problems with the blood now and veins and stuff. And the haematologist would want to do that test. I said, oh, yeah, great. I said, I will talk to him about the fact he's already had it done, and he didn't look happy when I said that, but I'm going to. And he said, oh, he's on warfarin for, to thin the blood. And he said, oh, they'd have to tell him how many days he'd have to stop taking that before they could take the blood test, because, that obviously affects things in the blood as well. But obviously making the point for the haematologist, they haven't asked him to stop it. They, in fact, they want to know what his latest INR, blood clotting result is, which we won't know until the day of the appointment, which is tomorrow. Because he's only had his blood taken this morning. So, who knows if we'll actually find out that, but we're not as stressed. Well, hubby doesn't seem as stressed about it as he was last month when they'd found problems with the liver and things. That was a scary time. So, this month I'm trying, that's the theory, not to focus on the whole TTC thing. And like I say, next month I'm thinking about not even taking the Clomid, just give the body a break. Maybe it'll wake up itself and start ovulating at a decent time. Or start ovulating would be a start. Because apparently, even though my tests were all saying I was getting positive OPKs or vaguely positive OPKs for months and months and months, the consultant said those could all have been wrong. It could have just been that I was getting a hormone surge and my body just wasn't responding to it. Which is why he's giving me the Clomid to try and give it a kick. So this is cycle 30 trying, so it's quite a horrible landmark to reach, I suppose. As I was saying, this month trying not to focus, but everywhere around me, I'm sure many of you ladies know, exactly where I'm coming from. Everyone around me all of a sudden seems to be pregnant. There's an epidemic around me, including my lovely Zumba teacher. She's fantastic. She's just such a lovely person, and so positive and lively, and it's great to be around. But she's pregnant. I think it's her second. So she's still there bouncing around like a lunatic, with a bump. So that sort of reminds me, and obviously with having other children, I'm constantly out at school every day with my 9-year-old son, and I swear everyone in that playground is pregnant at the moment. It's funny. It's when it gets to the stage where people avoid telling you that they're pregnant. That can be. It's a two-edged sword, isn't it? Because it upsets. It is. It's a little bit of a twist in your stomach when someone comes and tells you, "Oh, guess what? I'm expecting again, or whatever." Particularly when it seems to have happened easily. But then when you get the well, she didn't want to tell you. She asked me if I'd tell you. Sympathy thing. That's a two-edged one as well, because you think, well, it's nice that they've thought about your feelings. Then you don't want everyone thinking, oh God, she can't handle it. If you tell her someone's pregnant, she's going to blow up or something. So we'll see what happens with that. I did work out, because I've tried not to do this, pregnancy calculator thing every month. If this is the month, this is when it would be due. Obviously, if I fell this month, it would be a December baby. I don't have a December baby. I have a January. My oldest will be 18 next January. And I have 2 August babies. And I'm really waffling on. I'm really sorry. Sorry. Weird throat thing going on at the moment. Anyway, so I think that's all the news on the TTC front. The only other thing we are going to try is we have been using Conceive Plus, I think it's called, the lubricant that's meant to be sort of sperm friendly, and it's meant to give you more of the cervical mucus that you need. And obviously with being on Clomid, you have a bit less of that. That's definitely, I've noticed that. So we've been using the Conceive Plus though for most of last year, and I haven't fallen pregnant, so it hasn't done what I'd like it to do, but that's probably my body's fault rather than the gel. So we're going to try, now we've nearly run out of it, we're actually going to try the other one I've heard people talk about, Pre-Seed. So I'd be really interested to know if anyone has any experience or preferences either way of the two, or even knows a different one. I'm open to suggestions. So we've ordered that off Amazon as well, along with my ovulation tests that are now not going to come in time, because they probably won't arrive tomorrow, because I've just had an email saying they've been dispatched. But at least I know today's positive, so even if I was to stay positive the next 2 days, it's not going to make a difference. I'll just carry on for another couple of days, I suppose, and see how we go. Counting from today's positive, I would be due AF, or due to be able to test. I think it worked at around the 10th or 11th of April, which is just after my very special big brother's 40th birthday. My older brother lives in a care home quite far away from us, because he's, the old-fashioned term would be severely mentally handicapped, which is what my parents still use, but I mean he's on the most severe end according to the staff that care for him on of autism. He has no speech and needs 24-hour care. He doesn't really do anything for himself. So we're going to see him, so that'll be a lovely distraction as well. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm just trying this year. I keep saying this. I'm trying to be positive and try and put other things around to focus on. I'm thinking about doing if I can find someone who's willing to walk it with me, because I can't run anymore, the Race for Life for cancer research over here. I'm thinking about doing that. We've got a holiday booked, which everyone said to me, book a holiday that would be really awkward to be pregnant on, and that will help you fall pregnant. So we've booked to go away during the summer holidays. But I've been away with a bump before, so that doesn't worry me now, obviously, because I've missed most of the beginning of the year. I wouldn't be very heavily pregnant anyway by then, if goddesses allow. Anyway, I've just looked and I've waffled on for over 13 minutes again. I'm sorry. Obviously, it's a Monday morning, and I'm starved of attention, or something. I just wanted a quick mention, the lady that sent me some lovely comments on my last vlog. Thank you so much. Your words really did mean a lot, and I wish you all the luck in the world as well, all the happiness. Thank you very much, and thanks for everyone, in fact, who's who's listening or paying attention to me at all. It can't be easy. Lots of love and blessings to you all, and I will of course update if and when I have any news. Obviously I'll pop on and say hello and bore you all to death with this nonsense anyway. Thank you. Thanks yet again. Bye bye.